All right, been a little busy. Uh, got my nailers in down below. I got some liquid nails. So you see a couple of screws that I haven't put in yet because I'm waiting for the liquid nails to set. One thing, I backed this out a little bit. I don't know if you saw my previous video, but it was in a little bit too far. And I'm thinking, well, when I get the drywall up there, not the drywall, the go board and the tile, and I go to put on the grab bar, it might actually tweak everything and crack some tiles. So I decided to back this out. So I got my nailers working up there. It's not pretty, but it's functional. And what else was I going to show you? Oh yeah, the planer, Smitty's planer. Turns out that when I was putting these nailers in down here, I did a taper. I did a taper on this side and I did a taper on this side. But for some reason, not sure why, this thing decided to tweak really bad. Maybe I put too much, well no, it was, well, for whatever reason, like I said. And it actually separated from the wall a little bit, so it did something, it didn't like something. It might have been this one. It didn't like something. So let me back out. So I'm checking my wall again, and sure enough, this one was really, pretty far out, so I decided to take the planer to it again. I took the nail bracket off. But I'm also looking over here, which I knew about. See that gap? And that's, if we move it over from that stud here, I'm going to plane more off of that one and here. There's no making this wall perfect, but I'm trying to, and you can tell I've already planed some of it. Not only did I plane some, but I tried to use my oscillating saw and a chisel. Alright, because I can't, there's no way to get in all the way tight into this corner. There's just no way to do it. So you can see how much I took off. Maybe you can't see it. 16th maybe. Alright. Now, keep in mind, I'm not going to be able to get this wall perfect. Let's move up a little bit. Let's see how it looks up here. So we got a gap. A little bit of a gap. A little bit. Not too bad. And this one's not too bad. So the culprit right now is this corner. Is this guy. So this one is giving me a gap on this side. But it's a corner, of course. And there's only so much I can do. Alright, look down here. Alright, that's good. That's cattywampus. I'm gonna work on that some more. That one's not bad. That's the gap. Let's call it an eighth. Might not be terrible. I'm going to come down here, a little bit more than an eighth. Yeah. Again, not terrible, but I'm going to work on this one because it definitely, something moved. So now, I'm not looking for perfection. I just want it to be solid, and that's what I'm hoping for, right? So I'm going to keep working on it. I'm going to figure out a way. Like I said, I used that, but that's not a good choice, I don't think. So I was thinking about chisel, and this is going to take quite a while. If I decide to do it like this, it's going to take, just to get that little 16th, I don't even know if it's worth it. And I'm sure, some people are going to say, nah, that's fine, I've seen worse. And you're right, I've seen worse too. Another thing I can do, and I thought about doing that, is shim out this side, shim out this one, which might not be a bad idea, actually. shim this out. This one here, this guy. And I can take the table saw out and rip a, let's say an eighth, just rip an eighth off, right? A 2x, and that'll give me my shim. So that is what I'm kind of leaning towards. I mean, I've done that. That's no big deal, right? But I am going to clean this wall up some more. So I just want to kind of show you my my progress. So the nailers are pretty much in. I just want to wait for the, because what would happen, especially this guy, right? You know, I tried to put the screws in and it would go back too far, and then I tried to move it up and it would still go back. So I'm like, all right, let me get some liquid nails on there. Let it sit, because it's just a nailer. That's all. It's not anything crazy. It's just a backer for my go board. So that's it. Tomorrow I get some stuff, some goodies. I get my new can, my new light, lens cover, the wet one, because you have to have a special one for the shower. And I'll do that wiring tomorrow because I want to see what it looks like. And that's about it. Yeah, see that backer, that nailer? How it's just, it's hanging in space, but I pushed it up behind the sheetrock. So it's just for nailing, you know, it's just to nail for the go board. So it doesn't have to be super strong. And that's it. All right, I'm gonna clean up. It's 7:36, so I'm pretty much done for the day. Just want to keep going. I've been looking at this wall, thinking about it. And you can see what they did with the stud, right? With this, they put this one, they netted it here, and they put this one all the way over. And then they, if you can see that, then they cut this one. It's almost like a header, right? But they didn't do anything in here. So, but don't forget, this was a partition. This was the top of the partition. So it didn't need anything fancy. Anyway, I'm going to start thinking about that. And I will. But I'm thinking about the layout back here, because I want this to look good. Because you're going to see this more than you're going to see the shower. So I really don't want to screw up the layout on this tile, because this is what you're going to see when you come into the bathroom. You're going to see wool. You're going to see that. So this is going to be behind. I mean, this, I don't want, you know, I want everything kind of symmetrical. I don't want to, you know, mess with the layout too much, but I definitely don't want it half-assed, right? So I got to think more about it, and that's what I'm going to do. I've been breathing in some sawdust, so I'm all, you know, you know. And liquid nails, once you get it on, you know, I tried WD-40, and I'm sure, you know, paint thinner would take it off, but once you get a little bit on your fingers, it's there, you know, until it wears off, kind of thing. All right? I don't think there's anything else I wanted to tell you. I think that's it. The nailers are okay. They're okay up there. I'm not going to go to Lowe's tonight. Oh, all right. I will say this. When I go to Lowe's to get that polystyrene, that insulation board, that 3-inch thick, whatever the thick stuff is, what I'm going to do, and I learned this trick from a drywall, from a sheetrock guy. Say you have a piece that's too wide to get in a truck or your pickup truck or whatever. You turn it over, because the stuff I'm buying is going to have a foil layer, right? So you turn it over and you make an incision through the other side of your material. In my case, it's going to be that insulation board. But you don't cut it all the way through the board. You only cut it enough to where you can fold it, break it, but the foil layer is intact. So all you have to do is fold it over and put it in. In my case, it's going to be the back of my Jeep. So you're not breaking, you're not cutting the foil layer. You're just cutting the insulation layer. If you follow me, maybe I'll show it to you if I have a chance. So that's what I might do. You know, well, that's probably what I'm going to have to do. I'll probably take a measure of my widest spot, which is This is like 14 3/8, so maybe I'll do that. So, all right. Let me leave you with that. I'll back up a little bit. Leave you with this shot right there. So there's definitely going to be more to come. But, yeah. Got to keep going. Oh, look at that. I just noticed that. Look at this. Look at this crack. Look at that. See that crack right there? Oh, yeah. That's a nice one. Yep, that's a beauty. Okay. You find all sorts of stuff when houses are being built that you'll never know unless you're doing remodel like I'm doing. So, all right, there you have it. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and there's going to be more to come.